ready?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh!
Woof.
Viewer beware. You're in for a scare.
Yep, right up it.
Yeah.
Welcome back to brand new Late to the Murder Party. And of course, we are continuing with the month of terror. Boo ha 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 ha.
Wow.
And, well, what's more terrifying than a bunch of shysters?
Yeah.
We are, of course, making our way through the Conjuring universe. We're almost done, folks. We're almost done. We have one last movie to see. At the time of recording this, it's like a week away from dropping in theaters.
There is a light at the end of the tunnel. So far.
It's just gonna cost us literally out of our pocket.
Yes.
Well,
It's not going to cost me nothing.
yeah, you're the lucky bitch here.
It's gonna cost you in time and sanity.
I have all of that and none of that.
I was about to say, sanity? Have you met Roy?
With me, of course, is the lovely emotional support turtle, Graveturtle.
We're almost done. Almost at the finish line.
We are almost there.
So far.
But we're not doing it. We're not doing it. I refuse. That's it. We're done. 9 is enough.
No, I agree. I'm just being realistic.
I wish I could
We
say
will
8.
stop.
I wish
We
I
will
could say
stop
8 is
here,
enough,
yeah.
which, you know, that's a reference.
mean,
But I'm old. No, I'm not. We also have the awesome Wolfman Roy.
Hi, everybody. How you doing?
We are
I'm
all
doing great, thank
tired. You can tell.
I bet. I bet.
And the chaotic Doc himself.
I apologize, folks. I get the bad feeling that this is going to be the shortest episode we ever do.
It might. It fucking might.
I mean, I have words with this film.
Yeah.
My words are meh.
So, today we are covering... What year was this?
Well, this was 2023.
2023's The Nun 2. Valak gets her groove back. God. I feel like I put too much effort into that joke for this film. Take it away, Roy.
The Nun 2, put out in 2023, starting at $1.50. That's $1.50 for you laymen there.
Fucking long.
Directed by Michael Chavez, written by Ian Goldberg, Richard Yang, and Akilah Cooper, starring Teresa Farmiga, Jonas Blomqvist, Storm Reed, Anna Popplewell, Bonnie Aarons, Caitlin Rose Downey, Suzanne Burtish, Lettrain Dioncier, Anouk Darwin Homewood, Peter Hudson, Tomar Barish, and a cast of thousands. 1956 in France, a priest is horribly murdered. An evil is spreading once again. Sister Irene comes face to face with Valak, the demon nun. We did not need this. We did not need this feature.
We didn't.
There was no reason for it. We already had our beginning, middle, and end with Valak in the nun.
Mhm.
We already find out what happened to poor Maurice Frenchie.
Yeah, no, we didn't need this because spoilers for anybody. Yes, we are.
No, we're spoiling this. We're
We're 5 minutes in. 5 minutes into this review, and I'm already at spoiler section because there is nothing else to talk about. They fail. They succeed and yet fail at the same time because he's still possessed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he has to be.
You already know the
Like
ending of this.
you go into any of the Nun movies knowing that if you've seen the other Conjuring films,
right?
because like you see him being, exercised. I think it's the beginning of the first Conjuring film.
It was in the first Conjuring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a lecture
So-
that one of them saw. Yeah.
Yeah, and the little cross pressing from the inside of the skin. So it's like you go into all these Nun films knowing that the solution is never permanent.
Yeah.
Right.
And on top of that, there are no characters in these films.
Yeah.
And that becomes really, really apparent in this one, because the first film at least had kind of the mystery of what's going on to help carry it. This one
Right.
doesn't. It's like Irene's personality is she's a nun
Mm-hmm.
who happened to be in the first movie, and everybody's personality can be summed up in a very short sentence. There's no character development, there's no likable characters, they have no personalities, and they don't even have a stereotype to help carry them like slasher films do.
No.
Mm-hmm.
And
No.
so the film really suffers because of that, because someone's being chased by the demon nun. Oh well, you have no investment in that character anyways. No investment in them being so annoying you hope they die. You have no investment in them like being a good person, and you hope that they get through it. They kind of lean on the fact that everything takes place in a school to be like, oh no, the children, but it doesn't work. It's not enough.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't really help that they try to give the nun a sidekick whose whole thing is being
That's
crisis-
it. It's like, why are you here?
Yeah. There was no reason.
Why are you a psychic? Why are you here? What are you giving us?
Oh,
What is
to
some-
clarify, we're talking about Sister Irene's sidekick,
Psychic,
not
yes.
not the demon, the demon nun, which we'll just call Valak from here on out.
Yeah.
But yeah, the sidekick is Sister Deborah,
Deborah.
who also
Or is
has
that
no
a-
personality.
No.
The sister cardboard of our
I thought-
recyclable mother superior.
Although I do feel kind of bad because I think correct me if I'm wrong. I think she's one of the few, she's one of the few black people that's been in this entire series that's been a main character, not since Annabelle 1.
Yeah.
And also
So
to give
it's
the
like-
actress
Yeah, let's talk
the
about what
actress
happened
credit-
when Annabelle.
to give the actress credit who plays Sister Deborah,
I mean,
she tried.
she tried.
She tried.
Tries,
She
yeah.
tried to give her character personality, and I actually had hopes for her when the two nuns get to their hotel, and there's a problem with their reservation, and Sister Deborah is just like, I'm handling this. I need to speak to your manager. And I'm like, someone with life in them? And
Yeah.
then the
Mhm.
film decides, no, that's way too much personality for anyone in this tech demo disguised as a movie.
Mm-hmm.
No more lines for you.
Like, here's the thing.
This-
I want to be
Go ahead.
very, very clear, like, about all of these films. I at no point fault any of the actors.
No, they're good.
Oh yeah, it's
They
this is
tried
all the script fault.
with what they
This is all
had.
the script.
Unfortunately, a lot of these kids are getting their start here, clearly.
Here, yeah.
And that
Yeah,
sucks.
no problem.
Because they're going to, especially if it's like, oh, what people go like, oh, that performance was crap. That stays with them until they can get
Yeah,
something
that's
much better, and that's if they do.
Because unlike most of the internet, we learned from Jake Lloyd.
Well, it's like you see the actors in these movies, and they're trying. They're working with what they have. Their problem is they have nothing to work with. It's the
Yeah,
same
and,
problem
like-
that the Twilight movies had.
Which
Because there's a lot of really good actors in those films, and we've gone on to see them do amazing performances and other things. But in the Twilight movies, they had nothing to work with.
Yeah, script
Right.
was shit, director was shit, just everything but the actors was
which
shit.
lets me present you guys with a question.
Mhm.
If I told you this was written by the duo who wrote The Autopsy of Jane Doe, would you believe me?
No.
No.
And the fact that we have covered that,
And you've seen The Autopsy of Jane Doe,
Yes.
which is
Mhm.
making me widely say, what the fuck went on there?
in fact, I think that was
You know-
episode 99 of ours. We actually fucking
Now, Roy,
yeah, we
you remember
covered
how you remember how this thing has 3 writers?
That's why I'm thinking this hop along is on here for.
Yeah, it's like the script's too good. We need to make it bland. Get a third guy in.
Yeah, that's why I'm now realizing why this hop along is on.
that. Yeah, the touch-ups are like the horrible decisions. What I feel.
And then you add Michael Chavez onto the mix, who's now taking the reins of this franchise, who's a glorified tech demo director.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can see where it kind of failed.
Kinda. Yeah, like I have one, just like I try to do with every single one of these. I have one good thing.
Oh no, yeah.
One good thing to say about this. And that is in the effects.
Oh yeah.
In
effects are good.
particular, when the nun shows up. But here's why. And
This
this
is
is a
the rain
backhanded
or-
compliment.
Or in the beginning, when you...
Oh, whenever the nun... Okay. Let's take, for instance, when the nun almost gets the little kid that... Fuck, what's his
Oh, yeah,
name?
the-
Frenchie.
Frenchie, yeah.
His...
Yeah,
Maurice.
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 Yeah.
Maurice, when it gets
Yeah.
almost gets Maurice's the little girl that Maurice cares about, because the teenagers are assholes. Or the magazine scene.
Yes. When
Oh, the
Sister
magazine
Lorraine-
scene was visually
Yes.
really cool.
Stuff
Right.
like that. A lot of what we see. When the nun shows up, I feel like I'm less watching a Conjuring verse film and more like I'm watching someone's cry to be, hey, let me go make a Nightmare on Elm Street film.
You're seeing someone's VFX demo reel.
It's a-
Yeah.
yeah.
Because it literally makes, every time the nun showed up, I'm like, this feels more like a nightmare sequence.
Mhm.
Which is perfect. I could absolutely see Freddy popping out of a set of magazines like that. That'd be an
Right.
amazing effect. Like, it goes all together and it becomes, like, his silhouette or something, or literally it all unfolds and makes the fucking Elm Street house.
Yeah, it reminds me of like when like
Fortino,
Freddy's
yeah.
claws come out of like the wall and such, where it's just like press, poke out. That's
Or
what the
like,
magazine scene reminds me of.
Yeah.
Or like was it 3 or 4 where he had the comic book, where he had the kid with the comic books?
5.
That's 5.
Was that 5?
That was 5.
5.
Yeah,
right.
because you're thinking of Mark.
Yeah. Who thought it was the wizard? Yeah, no. 5 had the one with the comic books. I was thinking of that because I remember the scene where he finally kills the kid, where all he's paper and all the ink just like draw.
And it was a cool effect too. Like it was really cool. Bad movie, but that's a. We will get to the rest of the Nightmare films at some point. Like that's gonna be something I really want to do as a Nightmare fan. I still want to talk 3.
Talking to you about a certain project for October. Watch this space.
Yeah. But yeah, it always feels like that, and to me, I'm like, that's cool. And then I realized, like, wait, I'm watching The Nun. I'm watching The Nun 2, like, and then I'm bored again. It just doesn't fit.
You can't. Just a bunch of cool sequences with nothing to tie them together and no stakes does not make a good film. And you know, as cool as any of these sequences are in isolation,
yeah,
when they're just they have nothing else to hold them together. There's no like, it's just like a pile of laundry on the floor without a clothesline to hold it up.
Yeah. Like half of these sequences, they really don't even feel like they should be in this movie.
In this movie, yeah.
Like they don't feel. It doesn't feel. What character they're trying to get from the nun, from Valak? Valak doesn't feel like what would do that. That really feels like fucking Freddy. I'm gonna be honest.
They feel like a placeholder.
Well, I mean, Valak kind of had no personality to begin with.
Yeah.
But it's just like, you know, kind of like how we mentioned before. Valak just shows up to go ooga booga and then disappears and then shows up to go ooga booga again. And it's like they tried to give Valak a little bit of motivation with, we must find the eyes in this, you know, Da Vinci Code sequence here.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Another holy item to be looking for, yeah.
Yeah.
But then it kind of went nowhere after that.
No, the whole thing with Valak's whole thing is just perverting signs of faith.
Yeah.
But like, it's like, but there's only so much you could do with that, though.
I don't think you could do stuff with it. It's just that they didn't do anything with it here.
No, they didn't.
It takes a better imagination than what fucking Warner Brothers and New Line can come with, is what we're saying.
Yeah.
Right. You had defilation in the first one.
Yeah.
You just got basic bitch ghost in this one.
Yeah.
Yeah. And not even an interesting ghost story.
Right.
This film didn't need to exist. That's the biggest issue here. The
Right?
Nun 1, I hate saying that. The Nun wraps itself up perfectly fine and leads into The Conjuring.
Why did we need the Nun 2?
You don't need the Nun 2. Because now you're like, oh, well, we have the side adventure. Oh, there was all this. And, oh, they found out that he was possessed. They tried to fix it. And they did. But no, they didn't. Because he is still possessed. Because
he was possessed when he got to Quebec.
It doesn't work. It doesn't work.
Like,
this film is literally like... This is extended fan fiction.
Yeah.
Not even good stuff. It's
not bad.
It goes nowhere, and it has really weird implications when you look at the ending and you're like, well, you couldn't use like the power of a holy item to get rid of this demon, or you know, the power of faith or anything, but the Warrens could.
But the Warrens, you're saying that the church have no power of destroying Valak.
Yeah, no, that's one of my favorite things too. Like, this is going back to the Nun 1. You're saying that the Warrens are literally more powerful than a full-on saint and the blood of Jesus.
Yeah, more dick sucking.
Like, I feel like at that point, I feel like you should be charged with blasphemy. Like, what the hell happened there?
Right?
Like, I hate to sound like a Warhammer villain, but that sounds like heresy. It does. It sounds like heresy at that point.
It is heresy, yeah.
And like,
Grave,
the worst
hold
part
me.
of
I
it
need
is
the
that-
comfort of little arms.
like, no, just to wrap this whole thing up. Please, for the love of God, wrap this up.
Oh, we will.
The big thing is just that at the end of the day, it's hard. The problem with prequels in general, let alone prequels to horror movies like this, is that how do you keep the evil going when when we know that there's another movie coming or there's another movie already there?
It can be done. It's just harder to do, and you need talented writers to do it, and people to not mess up the talented writing.
Yeah,
I mean,
and, like,
out of like all the modern Star Wars films, Rogue One actually worked, even though going into it, you knew that everybody was going to die. Because if you ever saw, Episode 4, the original Star Wars, it says in that one that they died getting the information out.
Yep.
Yeah.
But it worked, and it still had stakes.
Right.
Because you liked the characters, because they took time to develop the characters. They had moments of action, they had moments of calm, so you didn't get like burned out on the action. And they succeeded, but they still died.
That might have been way too
that's
harsh on
how
that
you
film
can kind
back
of
in the
pull
day.
off something like that.
Funny enough, still the last Star Wars movie I've seen so far. I haven't seen any of the new ones since.
Save yourself the trouble and don't.
Yeah.
But so it's like these kinds of prequels, can be done. But the problem with the Conjuring universe is, well, first of all, it's the Conjuring universe, and secondly, there is so little effort put into characters and character development in any of these movies. It's like after the Conjuring 1 and 2, they stopped caring about any of the characters they're depicting, because there's no character growth, there's no character development, there's nobody has a personality after the first 2 Conjuring films.
I'm gonna push back a little bit and say there was a little bit on the Nun, but I mean,
if you give it to like the old priest,
yeah,
the old priest, I think had a little bit, and the thing is, it's like we talk about having no personality at all. It's like they tried to give Frenchie like a little bit more, and try to have him basically be kind of like a surrogate father, but like. We know how this ends.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really work.
Well, they didn't spend enough time on any of his supporting characters, and that really hurt his character development. He is with and he's got a tiny bit of character development with 2 cardboard cutouts.
Yeah.
One of them played by Lucy from Narnia.
You can't. It's not enough to carry it. And it's not just the protagonists that have no personality, it's the antagonists have no personality. And so it's literally all you get is mindless action sequences and tech demos.
Yes.
Yeah, one of my favorite things
because nothing goes anywhere.
Yeah, one of my favorite things about that is like one of the things I've heard people claim about slashers in particular is the whole idea of, oh, you're just watching someone's VFX reel. Like, you don't give a shit about the characters. And it's like, a lot of them, like, there are some that are that way, but, like, the thing is that at least they give you them enough personality where the human instinct kicks in and you don't want to see them die.
Yeah.
Unless they're written to be really big assholes, in that case, that's the ones we're rooting for death. But even then, if they're done right, there's a part of you in the back of your head that kind of feels bad you were rooting for somebody's death.
Because, like, to me, one of the biggest problems when it comes to that is that a lot of people always point to stuff like the latter Friday the 13th, where, yes, it actually was kind of paint by numbers. You had some characters that were kind of interesting, but you knew they were all going to die. Like,
Yeah.
it's... There wasn't enough character there in the latter movies. I mean, Varren and I would have a fist fight over that. I know that. We've actually almost done that. well, we did. We literally did. Nightmare versus... It was, Elm Street versus Friday. And, like, we compared notes, and I still feel that Nightmare won, because in the end, all of those characters are, in fact, characters.
Well, there's also two types of slasher movies. There's slasher movies where you're supposed to root for the people to live, and then there's slasher movies where you root for the killer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and both are fun and both have their place. Like,
Yeah.
you go into a Final Destination film and you know the entire cast is going to die.
Yeah, but at least several of those films had interesting characters. I'm like, no, I kind of liked them. I didn't want them to die.
Yeah, you know,
Right.
you're there knowing how it's going to end, but it's about the ride getting there.
Yeah.
And with the Nun, you know how it's going to end because you've seen the first Conjuring film, but at the
Yeah.
same time, it gives you nothing, a whole pile of nothing,
Yeah.
and the movie feels like a waste of time. It's like, that's why after like the first Nun film, it's just like 2 hours later, I barely remember it. And you know, same with this one. It's like right afterwards, you're like, all I remember is the magazine scene, and
Right.
then you have to go and
Mhm.
refresh your memory, and you're like, oh yeah, that other stuff happened. But
we-
you know,
Can we, like, all agree this feels like this film feels like a studio mandate?
probably.
This is
I can go in that direction, yeah.
Yeah, like if there's any, as much as we can feel like all the sequels are cash grabs, this is the one that is the most cash grab.
Cash grab.
Yeah,
Yes,
because I can feel that they would have looked and went, now hold on. There's not that much more to tell. We already know what happens after the Nun. It leads to the Conjuring. There's nothing else. Like, yeah, but we gotta get more. We gotta get more asses and seats, and then we gotta get like we can tell
gotta
more.
keep that
There's more.
momentum.
We keep that
We gotta
momentum
that
going.
momentum
Like, oh, put him through some stuff. Like, he'll be like, it's like, no,
Yeah,
he's
we'll-
not gonna
we'll
be
put
fine
on-
in the end. It's literally false hope.
Yeah. We did that
And
with-
an
with
unfortunate
Annabelle
power
Comes
creep.
Home.
Yeah.
Like, here's my funny thing. It's like, last movie we watched, Annabelle Comes Home, right? You know how
Yeah.
that's supposed to be like a setup for all the spin-offs?
Yes.
Yeah.
Why didn't they do one of those spin-offs? Why did they go for a sequel to The Nun?
That is a good question.
Like, you literally spent most of the last movie setting up all these ghosts. Like, setting them up, setting these cursed objects up. You didn't think to maybe benefit off of that setup? I'm not even talking about this as like a fan of these movies. I'm talking as like a businessman. You were
Mhm.
setting these whole things up. You were spent the last movie setting these whole things up. You didn't think to capitalize on any of it?
No?
Annabelle Comes Home was 2019, correct?
Right. So I'm
Right.
thinking COVID and
COVID fucked
writer's
everything
strike.
sideways. The writer strikes, because from everything I've read, there are a lot of them that they want to do, a lot of spin-offs, but they haven't settled. They haven't been able to get a full script that is accepted.
Well, you know what's a good way to fix that?
Hire some
Fucking
writers.
well, that too, but it's like fucking make a deal with the writers union, you assholes.
Ha!
I know
Which-
it's a pipe dream, but
No,
it's
no,
like
Yeah.
I
Which is
know a
funny
way to
because
fix your problem.
They
I know a way
tried.
to fix your problem.
But the asshole in charge of the union decided to say, nah.
Yeah.
Well,
Thanks, Adam Conover. Thank you a lot, Adam.
Well, I think the problem is that the deal was probably shit.
No,
Like-
the deal was sweet.
I saw what
They
that
had a
deal.
really good
Yeah.
sweet.
I don't know. I've heard things like AI. There's still like a bunch of like AI provisions that are still like fucky when it comes.
No,
to
they were willing to work on that. They were willing to sit on the table to advance
But
that.
anyways,
In-
that's
in-
neither here nor
anyways,
there.
Neither here nor
yeah.
there. This
But
feels
I'm saying,
like a
yeah.
studio fucking mandate. Like
It was a
this
mandate,
feels like they literally had nothing else like concrete enough, and they're like, "Hey, we could maybe get another film thrown out here. It's 2023. We could get another film thrown out here to keep people interested in the franchise. I'm gonna give you this stack of paper." And you go sit on the toilet and think, and I'll talk to you again in 30 minutes. Yeah, I got this, boss. Like, that's about how I feel that this came to be.
Hey, we got these hot writers that came up with a hot movie. Can we use them? Yeah, but I want some like leash control on it. I'm gonna put this person in to make sure everything's all reined in and stuff. Okay.
Wait, why do people don't
Reined
like this movie?
in?
What do you think?
Oh, it's definitely the writers.
Yeah. So,
But we reined them in. Yeah, it's definitely
you know,
writers.
yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, this was a mess. This film shouldn't exist. It is a nothing burger. This is a forget it altogether. And
no.
that's it. I got nothing else. We somehow managed to get 30 minutes, but
I feel we could have thrown this in with La Llorona and the other one.
yeah.
Oh yeah, the fucking what is it? Wolves at the door.
Wolf's at the door, yeah.
Yeah, the one with the fucking Tate murders. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so don't bother with this, folks. I mean, if you're a completionist, fine. Just don't tell me.
Right. We don't care if you collected them all, because you can be collecting a lot pretty soon.
Yeah. Anyways, do we have any final thoughts? Any final thoughts at all before we get to our big finale?
I'm glad it's gonna be all over soon.
Yeah.
We're almost
Yeah.
done.
We're almost done.
we're
Almost done. And we're not even covering La Llorona.
Thank fuck.
Thank
Yeah.
fuck.
I drew the
Yeah.
line.
Short in. You watch Nun 2, you got La Llorona. You got La Llorona, just with different tricks.
Yeah, no, you don't want to hear me rant about fucking La Llorona.
Me either.
Yeah.
Me either.
Unless you do, in which case, drop us a comment and see if we want to suffer.
Fuck.
Give us
No. If
Here,
we're
here,
gonna do
here.
that-
if you
No,
want me
no,
to cover
fuck that.
La
If you're gonna do
Llorona,
that, that's-
give the Wolfston Productions 50 subscriptions. Not
Yeah,
50
no,
You don't even have to
follow-
give us money.
follows,
You just
50
need to
follows.
subscribe.
50 follows, and I'll cover it.
Okay.
50.
Roy can cover it. Fuck that. I need
Yeah.
Patreon.
No, you're coming
I
in.
need
You're coming
The
with
cha-
me.
The channel,
Fuck
yeah.
that. I need Patreon money to cover La Llorona again.
Yeah,
I'm not touching-
give Wolfson Productions over on YouTube. Get us up to 50 subscribers.
50 subscribers, and I'll cover it. With Doc.
You want to see us suffer?
Fuck.
Oh God.
And if you want us to see us cover both Wolves at the Door, add an extra 20.
Yep.
Get us
Oh,
at 70, I'll
God.
cover both of them.
Oh fuck Christ. No.
With Doc.
Yeah, Doc, there's no
Yeah,
escape. If
you
they
don't get
manage
out.
to do that, you're coming with us.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't
See-
want to talk about La Llorona and the Tate murders again.
We talked about the Tate murders?
There-
Oh yeah, we talked about Once Upon a Time in Hollywood multiple times.
Oh, okay.
That was a good one though.
That was a good one.
Oh, that and like we spent the entirety of fucking Valley of the Dolls talking about the Tate murders.
That's
Okay,
it.
fair. Yeah. Yeah, no, this is just no, Doc. Like, you're stronger than Varren because Varren kicked and screamed so much that I had to make a deal with him to like not have to do a lot of this stuff anymore. But because you're stronger than Varren, that does in fact mean that you are a target and you are the whipping boy. You will get dragged into a lot of this.
Fuck it. Get us to 100. I'll drag Varren in too.
Oh my gosh. Do it. Do it. I want to
Go
see
ahead.
him suffer.
Okay,
$100,
okay.
And we'll have Varren and Doc covering both of these. I'm cool with it. I'm bulletproof. I don't know about those two chuckle fucks.
One of these fucking days, I swear to God, one of these fucking days, Varren is gonna find a way to meet all of us and just beat the shit out of all of us with all the shit we put him through at this point. Like
You are
like,
an
I predict
evil
people-
little turtle.
I predict if we ever fully all meet up the crew in real life, Varren's gonna go full fucking Jack Torrance on everybody and just chase us all with an axe.
I can see it. Yeah, it's gonna turn
Just
into
like,
a murder
I don't wanna
mystery.
hurt-
Only Varren's the one doing it.
Yeah, it's just like I don't want to
Yeah.
hurt you. I just want to bash your fucking brains in.
Hey, Doc, he'll wind up and warm up just like Jack before shooting too.
Oh God.
Oh God.
Yeah, let's end this. Long story short, this was shit.
Get us to 200 subscribers and I'll put him through Shark Exorcist 2.
Oh God.
No, Shark Exorcist 2 and Ouija Shark 2. I'll do it.
Yeah.
Our goals are small and manageable. We know you guys can do it.
With all of that said, Grave, where's the turtle today?
I'm going to get Varren for us.
God, now I just imagine just giant Belgian you being dragged like with a tiny by a tiny ass turtle with her teeth, just like get over here, you. Like, being nibbled
Toes
to
are
death
small
by-
and biteable. Drag him in
Yes.
by his toes.
It's
like being nibbled to death by a duck.
Xeiren will not interfere. I know she won't. She's gonna find it hilarious.
Yes.
Oh, she'll stand and laugh
Yeah.
and follow us slowly.
Yeah. Roy.
Well, I'm not here. I'm late to the murder party from time to time. You can catch me at other Wolf's Den Productions podcasts. You can catch me on the Starlight, where you look at rare, secure, hard to find movies. The Red Light, your home preview is our horror, and I am the willing subject over at OTEP. You got some love mail, some hate mail, some French mail, some holy murder mail. You can send it to starlightpodcast@protonmail.com. I also got a Zitter. Capital R, capital L, capital P, capital S, Starlight, RLP Starlight. We love some recommendations, some commendations. We'd love to hear you say hi. We'd love to hear from you. I also do list and rate critique over at criticlist.com. I just put out a couple lists over on their list section. One for Policia Tesci, Eurocrime for the layman, and one on cyberpunk films. Go check them out. They're all works in progress.
Excellent.
Doc.
Doc.
If I'm not here at Late to the Murder Party, among other things, I am also on the Red Light and Starlight with Roy. I am the host and curator over at OTEP. That's Over the Years podcast, where we take a look at decade plus hip hop music and see who's really worth the trouble. Only social media I really use is Blue Sky. That's kdoctor.bsky.social. That's mainly going to be a lot of reposts, random thoughts, and occasionally ranting about how fuck payment processors. But that's another thing. I am also on Critic List under Chaotic Doctor, where I've done reviews and lists, including most recently I reviewed the '94 Street Fighter movie, where I decided to take a look, finally watch it in full as a Street Fighter fan, and just look at the fascinating little what the fuck that is, that movie.
Yeah.
Of course.
And what? And if nothing else, if you want to hear what I would play, if you want to hear me host a radio show, Wolf's Den Patreon, where $1 a month can get you access to TNR, Twisted Notes Radio, where I give you like an hour and a half of music just to show you how the little weird, little wide twisting world of music. And I'm not AI, so you know I'm at least halfway decent.
Excellent. And you can, of course, find me here on Podbean as well as YouTube under Wolfstead Productions. From goofy-ass anime to the shocking horror, Wolfstead Productions, your #1 stop for equally nerdy reviews of nerdy media. You can also find me over on Blue Sky under Mistress Ookami. That's right, Mistress Ookami. That's my name. Don't wear it out. And if you're feeling extra generous, head on over to the Wolfstead Patreon, where you can get access to stuff that will not drop to the general public, or may or may not drop to the general public, who knows, like such as Twisted TNR, Twisted Notes Radio, as well as stuff that will most definitely not drop to the general public. Still working on that. Behind the scenes, all sorts of goodies, all for a measly $1 a month. Remember, folks, your $1 a month, they can go a long, long way. And until next time, we're finally hitting the present.
Well,
It's not often that we... Well, you know what I fucking mean.
Right.
Okay. Film-wise,
Timeline-wise,
timeline... Yeah.
mid-80s, but
Hitting the end, 86. But, got 86'd. We are hitting now 2025. It's not often that we cover movies of the same year that we're doing these recordings, but sometimes it happens.
We're always running late. We're usually never on time to the murder
Yes.
party.
We're always late, yeah. So
I also love how the few 2025 movies we're doing are movies we end up not liking in the first place.
Oh
We
yeah,
have this. Yeah, we have this, and
We
we
did
had the
Wolfman.
Wolfman.
yeah. Jesus, it's true.
We swear, 2025 is gonna be has been a pretty damn good year for horror. It's just that sometimes what we covered isn't the good parts.
those parts, yeah. It's not.
Well, we covered
good in the-
Bloodlines.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah, that one was good.
That one was good. So,
But granted, that's still a batting average of 1 out of 3.
true.
Yeah, but people come here to watch us suffer.
Yeah, this is the internet.
They want to watch me suffer.
Well, with you got put a lot of work into that.
Yeah.
But we'll see what happens, because we are seeing supposedly the end of the Warrens, at least their cases, what ended it all, supposedly.
Should we be so lucky?
Should we be so lucky indeed. It is 2025's The Conjuring Last Rites. We will see you there. Good night, everybody.
Oh, woof.
Well, there goes $20 of my money fucking wasted.
You know,
You're
I was
almost
going to
there.
talk about how
I
they
need
wasted
comfort.
the wine in this film, but at least they prayed over it and made it a weapon. So there's that. But it's still a waste of wine. I almost
Yeah,
cried.
we're gonna need the blood of Christ after this.
Copious amounts.